What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's a new year. I'm very excited. Happy New Year to you all. Today I'm with my brother here, also looking to becoming a forex trader. So I'll be taking a few questions from him. And okay, let's begin.
Okay. When was your first encounter with forex?
So guys, first when I came to hear about forex trading, it was back in 2020 during COVID, when at that time I was at home, not going to work. So I was going through some blogs on Instagram. Then I was seeing reels about people trading, but I never knew what it was about. So I did my research, but at first I thought it was a form of an investment whereby you join a company, you put some money, then they trade for you and make profits for you. So what happened on Google stories, I was going through one of them about forex. So I came across a broker's link that I clicked. Then I opened an account with them. I think it was a broker from South Africa. So the minimum deposit back then with that broker was around $250. So of course I had some money. So what I did, I decided to deposit the money, but for me I thought it was a form of investment only. But I think that broker had some good customer service, so they took me through, opened my first account, deposited the money. Then of course I never knew how to trade. So at that time I had a friend of mine who had a movie shop. He had a computer. So I went to his place, and he had Wi-Fi also. So I went to his place. Then the brokers, I would call him like a manager. He called me, and then he showed me through my computer the way you can share your screen with somebody else. He showed me how to go about MetaTrader 4. Of course, by that time I never knew what it was. He showed me some charts about candlestick patterns, which I never knew also. Then he told me how to buy and sell. Then at that time he had told me not to use more than 0.01 lot size, also know about forex. So when I began trading, I would open a trade, close a trade. Then during that day, of course, because I was using my friend's computer, when I went back home, I had to use my phone, MetaTrader on my phone. So I went on YouTube, I researched on how to use it. Then I connected with my account. So the first week I was like using 0.01 lot. So I would go on MetaTrader, just randomly open a chart and place a position. But of course the risk was small, so I never lost money, but I would win like $2, $3 here. So by the end of the week, I think, but I was doing more on myself in terms of research, looking into candlestick patterns and all those stuff. So what happened, by the end of the week I made like $50. So by this time I didn't know whether what I was doing was legit or was something that could make me money. So what I decided to do, I decided to withdraw the $50. And I remember withdrawing the money. Then of course it hit my bank account, I think the following day. And I was very excited, so I thought to myself that I had found a way to become a millionaire eventually. So I actually remember I used the money. I went to the supermarket and used the money. Then from there I was too much excited. Then I went back to continue trading. So by this time I was now starting to see traders on Instagram, but on their screenshots they were making more profit than I was making. So I was wondering, what am I doing wrong? So by that time I started seeing on the screenshots the lot size they were using were bigger, so they would make like to even like 10,000 USD on one trade, of course couple of positions. So I decided, let me, now I'm using 0.01, maybe this guy didn't want me to make a lot of money, so let me start using higher lot sizes. By this time I also never knew what lot sizes were, so I decided to use like 0.10, 0.50. So by the time the first lot I used was 0.5, then I was running in, I think it was GBP USD by then. I was running in profits of around $56 to around $70. Then it started reversing. So by this time I was excited because I was used to making like $2-3 in one trade, because I was using a very small lot. So I thought now this was the new, like using those high lot sizes was the way to go, because I would make a lot of money. So long story short, once I started of course using the bigger lot sizes, I ended up blowing the account, which was very devastating at that time. But not all of it, because I remember it went down to like almost 70. It was around $100 when I started to stop trading, but before I withdrew it went back to $70. I withdrew the money. Then that's how my journey began. But at least I knew it was legit. I just needed to learn more about it, go and research, and then come back stronger. So yeah, that was my first encounter with forex.
Okay. So how so far how is your life been?
My journey in terms of forex trading. I would say, of course, it has been a very challenging journey. Of course, most people come into forex trading and they think it's like a quick, it's a get rich quick scheme, of which it's not. For me, forex is the hardest way to make easy money. So like once you start trading, of course, especially when you don't have a mentor to guide you through on how to trade forex, I went into YouTube, and that's why I did a lot of my learning. But the problem with YouTube, the information is scattered, so you never get to like follow step by step and know what to read about or what to research about. But that was most of my time. I would watch YouTube videos throughout the night learning about forex. Then of course I went online. I would follow other traders and see what they are doing, which is a good thing and also a bad thing, because now you get too much pressure. And also most traders on Instagram, of course, they portray the lifestyle of what forex can offer, which is not wrong. But for someone who is beginning and you are not yet a pro in trading, it gets to mess with your mind and psychology, because you get too much pressure trying to be like them, but yet you are on your first steps. So looking back, I would say I did a lot on my own. I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. Then I came across babypips.com, which is also another free online course to learn about forex. I would recommend that even to newbies. So I used that, and at least it was somehow the knowledge, the information was somehow like put together well. So I ended up reading the whole babypips.com, of course opening a few other accounts here and there, I started to see progress after like a year and a half. That is back in 2020, almost the end of 2022. That's when now I would put like $100, maybe grow it to like 200, withdraw some money, sometimes lose other accounts. But so far I would say, looking into this, 2023 of course has been, let's say, my the year that I've broken even from all those other accounts. So like I would see progress, because now I developed a trading plan, I developed a trading strategy, and of course the biggest part of forex trading, apart from all these other technical analysis, fundamental analysis, is also your psychology in terms of how you go about to trade, how you plan your day in terms of trading. So yeah, I would say so far the journey has been great, but still looking forward to being on the top.
So far, what's your biggest win in forex? Like the way you trade, what's the biggest amount you've ever?
I would say a couple, but let's say the one that I've ever had a biggest win, because last year I haven't got, I never opened like this setup big account, but I had there's a time I had a $500 account that I was looking into growing, and I remember I think it was during we had an FP. It was on a Friday during NFP. Those who know about non-farm payroll, it's some news that comes out the first Friday of the month. So I placed a trade on gold, and I think I placed two positions on gold with I think 0.20 and 0.10, I guess. So by the end of the day, of course, the news went into my favor. The gold trade went into my direction. So that was in a day. I ended up making, like, I actually doubled the account, because I made like around $500 and something in Kenyan shillings. When you convert with the new dollar rate, it will be around 60 something thousand. So I think for me that was the highest I've ever made in a
That was
actually
a day.
It wasn't even in a day. I would say it was in a couple of hours, because the news happened so fast, and the volatility in the market is so crazy. So I made I would say that, but it wasn't in a day. I would say it was in hours. But at that time, of course, I've made like in a couple of days, like in a week, I've made to close to almost let's say I've ever. But now the account I made to, in a week I made like $800, but I ended up hitting a drawdown, came back to like around 400 and something. I withdrew the money, but so far I would say at least I've seen consistency in terms of winnings, and also the losses are there, you can't avoid them, you just have to know how to navigate them and make your winning days better.
So talking about losses, what is your biggest loss?
I would say it was the first account I've ever had, but back then I never had the knowledge, because it was $250. I made a profit of $50. I withdrew the $50, but the $250 that was remaining, I ended up losing it all to around $70. But back then I was very I was on the blues. I never knew anything about forex, so it wasn't a loss for me. It was a learning point. In forex, they say you must pay school fees to learn, so that's how I lost that money. But at least it was a turning point to wanting to research more and know more about forex.
Okay. So the way you have been making money, so where do you see yourself in the future?
Well, I would say let's talk about, okay, of course forex is promising once you put your time into it and you are focused and you never give up. Of course, there's a lot of money to be made. Forex in itself is the biggest market in the world. It's almost 7 point something right now $trillion being traded daily volume. So there's a lot of money to be made, and of course we are as forex traders, most of us are retail traders, so we are not looking into making a lot of money when you come into the market, because there are big institutions that do that. But for us, we just come in to make some little money for a nice living, maybe get a nice car, maybe get a nice house. So for me, I would say in the next couple of years, of course, I don't want to get too excited about it, but so far so good. But I would say I'm looking into becoming one of the best traders in Kenya, and also maybe come up with a forex trading floor or a school whereby I'll be teaching people newbies on how to go about forex, because it's easier when you're coming into forex and you have someone to guide you through. So I think for now that I would say that is my plan. Yeah. So
what advice would you give someone there who has just started forex and don't know anything about it? What advice would you give him?
Well, what I would say is for people who have started forex trading, or people who have been into it, or people who are looking to start forex trading, well, it's a tough journey. It's not for everyone. It requires a lot of effort and determination, but if you are willing to pay the price, of course, like any other thing, nothing is easy in life. You have to put in the work, and you have to be ready to learn and unlearn along the process. But just take your time. Don't look into making money quickly. Just know it take time. Like any other thing, if you see people who go to universities and go for like 6 years to learn about medicine before they even get employed to start a real job. So when you come to forex, look at it in terms of like a long-term thing. Invest time in learning, pay for courses, go to other traders who have been there in the game for a long time. Make sure you learn how they have grown to where they are, and by that I would say if you don't give up and you really put in the work, of course you'll see the money that is in forex with time. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be taking
Victor hapo fanya hiyo kitu solo.
Bana Victor atakai kwanza video. Itakuwa fine. Naye niko kabisa tuko serious sasa. Inatokea vizuri
sana. Sawa, endelea. Uko perfect, acha. Uko perfect, endelea.
Sianze tena.
Usianze tena.
Tenda kueditiwa.
Haya, sawa, tuko serious. Nisikuangalie ucheke. Lakini nyinyi mwe. Jana tukwenda upika.
Nimeita ikiisha.
Acha nikae serious sasa. Anzisha. Endelea.
Iko sawa?
Umeanza?